guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because I have not done a video like this before. I've had like 7 or 8 videos since I started YouTube, which was like 4 or 5 months ago. And I feel like you guys don't really know me that well yet. I feel like if you've watched all of my 7 or 8 videos, you'll get to know a little bit of what I'm passionate about and stuff like that. But I figured it's about that time. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers and it's really exciting, so thanks for joining. If you haven't subscribed or followed me on Instagram, then go follow me on Instagram or hit that subscribe button. I uploaded on my Instagram story and I said, ask me anything. I just want to know what you guys want to know about me. A lot of them are like really similar questions, so I kind of like just combined them into one, but some of them are a little bit more lighthearted, some are a little bit more deep and spiritual, and I'll kind of mix them up a little bit so you guys just don't fall asleep. You know what I mean? The number one question that I get a lot, just like I started getting this probably in like later high school years, early 20s, I feel like a lot of people started telling me this, and the number one question that I got on my Instagram was, has anyone told you that you look like Vanessa Hudgens? Yes, I get that all the time. I literally, when I used to work at Texas Roadhouse, I had 2 little girls come up to me and they asked me for my autograph, and I was like, why would Vanessa Hudgens be working at Texas Roadhouse? But you know, they were cute little girls. But I think it's really funny. She's beautiful. I guess it's a compliment. I don't really see the huge resemblance. My husband kind of sees it a little bit as well, but I don't know, maybe it's the smile, maybe it's the eyes. Number 2 is, you guys wanted to know, why did I choose to vlog? I chose to start vlogging because initially I feel like I just wanted to kind of create a space for me to be creative, and I'm really passionate about like beauty and makeup and hair and stuff like that. But I'm also really passionate about just being like real and vulnerable and honest, and I feel like I really felt like God was just like, it's time to share your story. And in a world where everything's like online these days, I feel like people need more encouragement and people need to know that they're not alone, and there's so many other people going through similar things that they're going through. So I feel like I kind of started it because I wanted to be vulnerable and I wanted to share things that are really hard to share, and a lot of people don't share them, like my single to married video that you guys loved a lot, and you know, how to embrace your singleness and just like being real and honest and human, and just sharing that life is really great sometimes, and sometimes it's really hard because I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. It's just what life is. So I just wanted this to be an encouraging place with fun and beauty and all that stuff. So that's kind of just why I started this vlog. It was not easy. God wanted me to start it like 2 years ago. I barely started it like 5 months ago, but I'm so glad I did, and it's been such a fun thing for me. And again, I love hearing your stories, just connecting with you guys. So yeah, that's why I started this vlog. Number 3 is, where are you from and do you speak Spanish? So I'm probably the whitest Latina you're ever gonna meet. And it's not my fault. I mean, it's partially my fault, but it's not my fault. I grew up in El Paso, Texas, and I grew up with just my mom. So she was working a lot. I was with my sisters most of the time, and my mom is bilingual. She speaks Spanish and she speaks English, but she only spoke English to me most of the time. I feel like I understand Spanish quite a bit because the rest of my family, they like speak Spanglish. I feel like I can understand it. I just never put in the time to practice it. So the answer is no, I do not speak Spanish, but I really want to learn before I have kids because I really, really want my kids to be bilingual. And surprisingly, my husband is all-American white boy and he speaks a little bit more Spanish than I do, so it's always embarrassing when people are like, you speak Spanish, right? And I'm like, no, I don't. But where I'm from, I grew up in El Paso, Texas. I was there for about 22 years or something like that. And then I moved to Phoenix, Arizona, and I was there for about 3 years. And then that's when I moved to Sydney, Australia, where I met my husband, and I was there for about 4 years. And then we moved back to California for about 8 months, and now we're back in Arizona. I just feel like God is calling us to Arizona right now. We're here now. It's been a week and it's been great. Number 4 is, people want to know more about my home decor and how I chose my style. I honestly, no idea, guys. I feel like I still don't know what's going on in my apartment, but Pinterest is kind of my best friend when it comes to stuff like this, or Instagram accounts that, you know, have a similar style that I'm looking for. I feel like I like the Scandinavian vibe, but it's a little bit too minimal, so then I put a little bit of like warmth and like farmhouse like style. I really don't know. I'm learning as I go. It's been really fun. I shared this in my 5 things I didn't expect about marriage. Down there somewhere, it was like my 3rd or 4th video. And I feel like that's been one of the most fun things about being married, is just kind of being able to decorate your own place and kind of learning your own style. And I feel like my husband's really easy. He doesn't really care too much, but he's really liking what I'm doing with the place. So yes, I will be sharing an apartment tour with you guys in the near future. I feel like there's still a few more things that I want to put up before I film it, but yes, I will be sharing that with you guys. But I will say that maybe it's just like a new thing, a Scandinavian farmhouse style. Number 5, someone asked, how's my first year of marriage? I feel like with Will and I, our first year of marriage has been different. And I think it's because we got engaged maybe a month before COVID hit. So ever since we've been engaged and we moved back to the States, we've been quite isolated. And we got married in COVID last August with like 15 people in total, including us. Maybe it was 20 including us. And it's been really difficult to do marriage in isolation. We're very excited to just like meet people and get involved in community in our marriage. We've had a lot of quality time together, and it's been nice to have our lives slow down a bit, because before we got married or even engaged, life was just like so full on. It was so like fast paced. There was a lot going on. So I feel like it's been a blessing as well, just to, you know, be together and, you know, have this quality time together. You know, no kids yet. We're just really enjoying each other's company, being able to spend time with some of our family and stuff like that. So, but overall, our first 6 or 7 months of marriage have been really fun. I love it so much. Number 6, describe your personality. So I found this actually really hard to answer, because I feel like sometimes I'm all over the place. But I feel like if I can describe my personality in like 3 words, I'd say kind. I have a hard time being like really like assertive sometimes. Like I feel like I'm just like a really kind person. The second one, I would say definitely weird. With time, my weirdness will come out in these videos. Like my closest friends and family have definitely seen the weird side of me. And it depends who I'm with as well. Like my friend Susie, when we're together, it's just like the biggest ball of weirdness. It's just crazy. Like we just bring out the weirdest side of each other. So definitely weird. And number 3, I don't know, I would say probably be something like honest, or like, I don't know, I feel like I'm like a person of integrity. I feel like I'm a bad liar, and I really value honest people. So I've strived to be honest. Yeah, honest, weird, and kind. Does that sound like a boring person? I hope not. I don't know, those are 3 words that I feel like describe me really well. Someone asked, do I prefer books or movies? I wish I preferred books. My husband definitely prefers books. He has like a list of how many books he reads a year, and I think it's like 40 or something. He's such a bookworm. And I want to say that I prefer books, but I don't. I prefer movies. I'm a movie person. It's like one of my most favorite things is to sit down and watch a movie or go to the movies. Ugh, it just takes you to like a different place, and I love movies. So definitely movie person. Number 8 is someone asked, who are women that inspire you the most and why? I felt like this was really hard for me to answer, because there's like different women around the world or in my personal life that inspire me for different reasons. Maybe I'll just describe the kind of women that inspire me. Women that like don't fit the mold. I feel like women that aren't afraid to be themselves and that are like confident in their own skin. Brave and authentic women always inspire me, because I feel like it's not easy to be yourself in this world, and it's not easy to be confident. The world is constantly trying to tear you down for whatever reason. And I feel like my sisters are like that, my mom. And I really, really appreciate women that are authentic and honest and vulnerable. I really love that. So that definitely inspires me, and I definitely feel challenged to be like that as well. Number 9, how many kids do you want to have? I want to say no more than 3, but 2 sounds great. But I think it depends if we have like, if I get pregnant and we have kids and they're all boys, like first 2 boys, I feel like I'd want to try for a girl, and then that's it. If I have 3 boys, done. Don't want any more kids. But if I had a girl and a boy, I still feel like I'd want to try for another one, so that one of them could have like a sister or brother. And then if I have 2 girls, I might be happy with that, because I grew up around just my sisters and my mom, and I really loved that. But also boy sounds nice. I don't know. No more than 3, no less than 2. We'll leave it at that. Someone asked, are you a night or a morning person? It depends on my season of life, honestly, because I could be either or. I would probably lean more towards a night person, because like, I feel like a morning person is like really energetic and like can have like a full-on conversation early in the mornings, and that's not really me. I love my mornings, but I'm so much more introverted in the mornings, and at night I can definitely be more like alive and be out and stuff. But I think, again, it depends on my season of life. So right now I'd say I'm definitely more of a night person than a morning person. Number 11. My favorite self-care rituals. Continuing to like stay active and working out and eating healthy, because once I just like start eating awful, then I just like feel awful and I'm so mean to myself. So I really need to like eat well and stay active. I love candles. I love setting the scene and making it, ooh, I think the air turned on. I love just creating an environment that feels like warm and cozy and like safe. That really makes me feel refreshed. I don't know if this is like a self-care. I need to read my Bible every day, because if I don't, it really affects my day-to-day life. If I don't remind myself what God says about me, then I easily can just be like put down by things in my day. Taking care of myself is definitely making sure I'm reading my Bible every day. Number 13. What's the funniest movie you've ever seen? The funniest movie I've ever seen. I've watched so many movies that it's hard to pick one, but the first one that came to my mind was Bridesmaids. I feel like every time I watch that movie, it makes me laugh so hard. I feel like all the actresses and actors are just so funny, and I love their personalities. Like, that's like my kind of humor. It gives me life. I can watch that movie and it never gets old for me. So Bridesmaids, love that movie. It's definitely a fave. Next question. What kind of advice I would give to girls in their 20s? It's okay to get it wrong. I was so stressed in my 20s because I didn't want to get it wrong, and I feel like there was so much pressure on me to figure out what my career was and what I wanted to do and when are you getting married and all this stuff that I was just like, I feel like I settled and I didn't do anything because I was scared to step into something that wasn't right. Don't let the time frame of when things are gonna happen scare you, because it definitely scared me, and I didn't go for things that I really wanted to go for because I feel like I needed to figure it out in my 20s. So that's number 1. Number 2 would be, I guess I would say, don't waste time on guys that are not worth your time. If it's just like a toxic relationship or this person's bringing you down and they're not lifting you up, then I would just say you're in your 20s, you have so much growth and learning and like things that you want to do that you are figuring out in your 20s, that a guy is just not worth the wasted time. So I would say definitely don't waste time on someone that's just like not worth your time. The next question is, do I play any instruments? No, I do not play any instruments. I wish I played instruments. I really tried playing guitar for a little bit, but I feel like I have small hands. It just like was a lot of effort for me to reach some of the chords, but I do love to sing. I love to sing and I love music so much. So that's that. The other question is, do you like sports? Yes, I do love sports, and there's only certain sports that I like watching. I am not a competitive person, but I do love sports. I love basketball. I can watch basketball, especially in person. I would love to go to an NBA game. I do love football as well. I think those are probably the 2 that I enjoy watching the most, but I would love to go to like a soccer game or like a hockey game. So yeah, I do love sports. The other question is, how do you deal with comparison and insecurities? That's a real question, because I don't do that well with that, honestly. I feel like everybody can struggle with that, and I think it's a choice to not let your mind go down that rabbit hole of like, she's prettier than me, or she's skinnier than me, or she's more talented than me. I think we all have insecurities and we'll never stop dealing with our insecurities. I think it's an everyday thing until we go to heaven. Every day we need to choose to speak God's word over us, and that we are beautiful, and that we are made in his image, and that everybody is different. Everybody has, you know, different qualities and stuff like that. I intentionally don't follow girls that make me feel insecure on Instagram. It's just like not gonna take you to a good place, and it's not gonna be good for your soul and your mind. Any image can be altered. So I'm very careful with who I follow on Instagram, and I do make sure that I don't follow people that make me feel bad about myself. Comparison, it's a rotten thing, and it's never gonna be anything good for you. You're not meant to look like someone else. You're not meant to be someone else. You're meant to be you and the best version of you. So I think I have to just constantly remind myself about that. And if I lose sight of that is when I start really feeling bad about myself. So I need to be better about that, honestly, because I'm not that great at it. And I think that was it. But yeah, guys, that is it. Those were all the questions that you guys asked. Again, I tried to kind of combine some of them because some of them are a little bit similar. And if I would have answered every single one of those questions, this would have been like really long. I hope you guys got to know me a little bit more, what I'm about, what I'm passionate about. But honestly, the most important thing is that this channel is for you guys. So I really want to hear what you guys want to see on my channel. What else you guys want to see? I'll definitely be doing an apartment tour because you guys been asking about that for quite some time, but you know, it's been kind of crazy. We've been moving. So I'll definitely be doing that one. But yeah, guys, please comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in 2 weeks' time. Bye.